Alright, buddy. Let's adventure. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Today we're back at the OG pond, and I'm going to be doing a quick test video for you guys, just seeing if size matters. I'll be throwing a full-size Texas rigged craw and then a smaller size Ned rigged craw, and I'll be seeing the results in terms of what gets hit more. I might come back on multiple days, so do day 1, day 2, and day 3, so we kind of have like a better experiment, you know, because each day kind of fishes different depending on conditions and all that good stuff. So once we get Bentley walked around, we'll pick a rod up and we'll see if we can get on a few fish. It's a pretty hot day. It's currently 10:05. We got here kind of late, but it's all good. I'm just gonna fish the Texas rig first, see if that triggers any bites, and then downsize as it gets hotter throughout the day. Hopefully that'll produce better results, but I'm really not sure, guys. Before we get into the video, go ahead and leave me a comment letting me know what you guys think is gonna end up working. Seems like a couple anglers just pulled up right as we did, so this will be fun. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Walk. Good morning. Sorry about that. Good boy. Okay. You almost went the whole way without barking or growling. Okay. Load up, buddy. Come here. Let's run the car for him. Alright guys, here we go as promised. One Texas rigged craw. Just a full-sized rage craw. And we're just gonna see what we can do. It might have already moved out deep. I gotta get out there. Alright guys, well I think I'm gonna start swinging the pond this way. Doesn't seem like there's anything right here in front of the car, but there's a small fish right there. Looks like a bluegill. Oh yeah, there's something right there. Oh, look at him. Yeah, it's a little aggressive bluegill. He's like chasing it in. I don't know if you guys can even see him or not, but he's a feisty little guy. This whole stretch is basically a bluegill bed, I'm not gonna lie. Look at him, he keeps flashing on it. That's hilarious. Alright, I'm not gonna catch him, but that's just funny. They're just chilling like right here. This might turn into a bluegill episode. Oh, something just exploded on it right as I casted, but I don't think it got it. That was pretty cool. I mean, I'll keep fishing this for about 10-15 minutes and then I'll switch up. One just hit my line. No, this is getting wild. Oh, what the mess? Something took my craw appendage off. I wonder if it'll still catch fish. There's no way. This ain't gonna get bit. I gotta change out the craw. Yeah, that doesn't even look normal. It's just like swimming weird. It looks like a little tiny worm or something. Okay. Get this craw switched out real quick. Because this thing is pretty beat. Nice and cool in here, buddy. Alright, this guy never lets me down. Mr. PB&J. Oh, that's beautiful. That might be better than the first rig. Alright, let me give this one a fair shot, and if it doesn't work, then I will switch. So just a quick update, I still have a fully tied Texas rig on. It's the same thing, just a Strike King Rage Craw, but PB&J. Probably my favorite color, actually. That's a good cast. That's a real good cast. Oh, what the mess? I definitely think that the fish are out deeper, but with all that being said, I don't think they're eating a Texas rig regardless. I think I'd have to donk it right on the head. I'm gonna just fish my way back That's such a good cast. Oh, there's a fish. I was like, that's such a good cast. There has to be a fish. Just ski him in. I ain't playing no games with this guy. I was like, bro, I knew I made a great cast there. All right, well, we got one. Right as I said, I was just gonna fish my way back. This guy comes through and inhales it, but it's just a little guy, which kind of seems like a young of the year, naive little bass. I don't know if the Texas rig is still the thing. You know what I mean? Like if it was like a 10-pounder, maybe it'd be different, but there we go. Nothing crazy, just a little junior. Sweet. It's just a little dinky. That definitely felt good though. Right as I was trying to say, I made a really good cast and then I got bit like immediately. So what I'm trying to get at here is make good casts. That's an obvious one. Yeah, sometimes whenever you make that cast that just looks perfect, you just know you're gonna get bit. It was one of those situations, but I think the key also was I made a really far cast. So maybe that might be the issue. The water's so clear, I might be spooking them too close to the bank. The further I cast, maybe the better. Like they're set up further away. But then when I start walking up on them, they're just running away. I don't know. Could be the case. Or I could have just donked that one on the head like I mentioned earlier, which was probably the more likely result because, I mean, my line didn't even hit the bottom. We genuinely just fished the Texas rig for almost an hour, I believe. Here, I can tell you guys exactly. Yeah, okay, like 40 minutes actually. So they're not eating a Texas rig. I gave it a lot more than 15 minutes. I had one bite and that was it. But to be honest, I feel like I kind of donked him on the head. It wasn't necessarily the fact that he wanted to eat the Texas rig. I think he was just feeding anyways, and I just put it right in front of him. So let's switch off and go to the Ned rig. All right guys, we had to take a small break because it's getting so hot out here that the GoPro wanted to overheat. So I just sat in the car with Bentley, AC running, and aimed it at the GoPro till it was good to go again. But we're back, and now I'm gonna throw the Ned rig. So we're really gonna see, does size matter? I'm gonna go back over to where I got that first bite on the Texas rig. What the mess, bro? Okay, yeah, something definitely was messing with it. Alright guys, these bluegills want to keep destroying my baits. They don't know I'm in the car sitting here plotting on them. Got this little rebel cricket, I'm about to get my revenge. Boy, let me tell you what, that's 2 baits too many. I don't care. 1 bait, 2 bait, it's a problem. And I'm gonna catch every single one of them and their ancestors. Alright, first, gotta go over to where they were at. They're really everywhere, but and there's already a bluegill about to get deceived. There's one. Oh, we lost him. Gotta tighten up the drag just a little bit on this thing. Throwing the old pool noodle around. Figured I'd have some fun. Get some payback on these guys. They don't even know it's about to hit them. Look at them, there's a pod of them. Oh, they got scared. They're all just staring at it. They know it's fake because they saw Jimmy get lifted 3 feet out of the water for a second there. That's hilarious. Oh, wow, that was a big one that just tried to score quick. Come on, get it. Boom. Oh man, these guys are like dumber than I thought. Or maybe they're smarter than I thought. I don't know, man. I'll tell you what, this is more fun than not catching anything. Getting to stare at these little guys. They're really guarding, I think is what it is they're guarding their beds. There we go. Bruh. I can't keep them pinned with this little thing, it seems like. Dude, look at how flimsy. Oh my golly goodness. I should just tighten the drag up all the way. Get away from me. Messed up my whole thing. Finally, look at this little pretty guy. Jeez, dude. This is what was giving me so much trouble. Treble. Trying to offend me. Oh, yeah, breakdance. Oh, yeah. Breakdance. Feisty little guy. This is revenge. You guys started this. Get out of here. And tell your friends. Let's catch them all. And another one falls victim. Look at him. Foolish. That's what you get for ripping up my bait. Stupid little dude. Go out there. Find your bed. Alright. That's it, guys. I think I've got my revenge. I don't want to mess with them too much. They are on bed, and that will mess with the forage. So, you know, bass do eat gills, especially the smaller ones. So I need to let these guys do their thing and spawn it out. What's up, guys? We are back. I was throwing around the Ned rig yesterday, and the bluegill just keep murder pecking the little fins off of this bait. So I'm gonna have to I guess I'm gonna have to keep trying. I don't know if there's anything else I can do really, but pick up another one of these guys. We'll just throw straight green pumpkin. How about that? Nice. Oh, that's dead on the money. Okay. Well, if I don't catch fish on this bait, I'm doing something wrong. So I figured instead of the Texas rig, I'm going to start out throwing the Ned rig this time, just to kind of switch things up. I have high hopes. They weren't feeding like crazy yesterday, and they weren't feeding like crazy the day before. So maybe they're hungry today. No fish there, but at least I didn't get destroyed by bluegill. I think to get bit on the Ned rig, I'm gonna have to make some really far casts, as opposed to the Texas rig. I was kind of casting up close and shallow because, man, this water's starting to get, you know, lower and lower every day as that sun sits out, and it just evaporates a lot of the pond. So if I hook a bluegill on this Ned rig, that would be hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Hook might be small enough. I'm gonna walk over to this shade line, hit this shade, and then go over there and hit that side. Not gonna overcomplicate things, guys. The reason why I like fishing the rage bug is once I make that cast out there and really let him sink to where I want him, give him a few hops if I don't get bit, because of all of these appendages, the bait will still actually be able to swim back to me and trigger a strike. So there's positives to fishing a bait like this, but also whenever you're fishing a Ned rig, sometimes they don't want any sort of action on it, right? They literally want it to just look like a piece of poop in the water. So it's all dependent on the situation. Right now it's summertime, so I like to go with a Ned rig that has a bit more action, swim it around like a bluegill or a craw. But in the wintertime, just like a little half piece of a Senko works great. I'm just going to parallel the bank, trying to imitate like a bluegill, swimming around and hoping that one of these bass will come up for me. But like I said, I don't think that they're really sitting up in this shallow water. I think they're going to be further out there where the water is deep and cooler. Oh, there's a big old frog right there. Well, not a big old frog, but whoop, there he goes. That's cool. Maybe I need to be throwing a frog. I'm going to keep moving along. I don't want to spend too much time in one spot. What I really need to do is find some deeper little pockets of water. And that's the key with summertime fishing, is just finding like deeper little holes of water, especially when things start to shallow out, water starts to evaporate. I mean, there's not much the fish can do but try and look for deeper water, because that's where it's going to be colder. It's going to give them more space to operate. Like, there's just so many reasons. So I'm going to hit this shade real fast and I'll be done with it. I don't actually even think there's anything here, because you also got to think, for the most part, everyone's first thought when they come to the pond, let me go fish under the tree. Right, either the person is sweating their butt off and they want to be in the shade, or they also believe that there's going to be bass under the tree. Oh, which there might be, because I just got hit up. but it might have been a gill. Oh, that's a bass. Oh, that's a good fish. That's a great fish, guys. No, you don't. Ooh. Ooh, okay. That's a way bigger fish than I was expecting. Okay. No, 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 no. Holy cow. Okay. Ow. He bit me. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. I was talking my mess. I gotta get the scale. Ma'am! Dang. Oh, this might be my PB this year. Oh, this might be my PB this year. This might be my PB this year. Oh, golly. Just ran him across the pond. It's only a few seconds. Let's see if I had him pinned good. Dude, this is a bucket mouth. Oh, I had him pinned good. Ow. Dude. Oh, sorry, bud. Let me get this hook out. Holy cow. New PB. This might be my new PB of the freaking entirety of my fishing career. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm shaking right now. Nam! Golly, I want to show my girl. Oh, come on, scale. Get out of there. Okay. Scale. 0, 0. You guys all see that, right? Let's take our clip. Oh, I'm shaking, guys. I'm actually shaking, guys. Oh, my hands are shaking. Dude, that's a freaking big fish, man. It won't lock on 4.4. I don't know. Come on. It was showing 4.4. There it is, 4.4. Come on, lock, man. Golly, we got it. All right. All right, that's a dang toad. I wanted to show my girlfriend, but he needs to go back. That's a big fish. I gotta release him in a good spot. Okay. Please don't be no snakes. Yeah, wait till he's good to go. Is he good to go? No. Just let him breathe. There he is. And he's off. Wow. Oh, wow. Look who decided to show up just as I released my freaking PB of the year.
Is it so big?
Yeah, it was the biggest fish I've ever freaking seen out of this pond. I scaled it and I got it locked in. It's 4.4 pounds. Yeah, hold on. All right, sorry guys. I had to turn the GoPro off to show her the footage. That was just a sick catch, but this is pretty much all it is. Small, tiny Ned rig. So to answer the question, does size matter? I don't think it does. Or maybe it does, but you should go smaller. Maybe it depends on the time of year. I mean, it is late summer. It is better to downsize. Most fish are a lot smaller, but also it could have just been a timing thing, right? Like I said, they weren't eating the day before. They weren't eating yesterday, so they're bound to be eating today. That was a pretty sick eat. And it happened just like I was saying. I was swimming it back in and then it got ate. Just like I was, like textbook, right? If I was throwing a Ned rig with like a half cut up stick bait or a 3 or 4 inch, you know what I'm talking about, like your standard Ned rig, I would not have been able to do that. But because I'm throwing this little guy, kind of gives me some more versatility. And I mean, it happened exactly like I said, right? Late summer, throwing something downsized, swimming it back. That's when I got bit. So I can kind of see with my polarized lenses that there's some smaller kind of bait fish, like little tiny bluegill, that are hanging out with the bigger ones on bed. And that's really what I'm trying to imitate. Like I said, I'm just casting, swimming it back. And I think that's how I tricked that fish. This guy blends right in. I mean, even the bluegill are attacking him. So when the bait fish aren't scared of your bait, bass won't be either. Man, these little bluegill are aggressive. I won't be surprised if I pull this guy up, I'm gonna be missing a fin. Which is hilarious because I literally just caught a 4 1/4 with the body of a 6. And it didn't even like scratch the bait. I brought the scale in my backpack this time, so that won't happen again. I won't have to run halfway across the pond. But I'll say this, guys, I'm pretty quick. That fish was not out of water long, and like you guys saw, I was completely fine just releasing him. He was completely fine, so yeah. The one truth I'm going to give you guys about summer fishing, none of these fish are schooled up. Not a single one. You're not going to find 2 fish together. You're not going to find 3 fish together. It's just going to be single fish swimming around, feeding, hunting, and foraging. But what they're doing is they're eventually going to make that transition over to fall when they start hunting in wolf packs, looking for bait fish, stuff like that. That's why it's really good to throw like a white spinnerbait or a white buzzbait in fall, because they're just keying in on bait fish. So the reason they do that is because it's easier for them to hunt in a wolf pack and chase and pin down these big balls of bait fish, as opposed to being single and alone. They really can't corner them and push them up against brush and stuff like that. So what that means is if you catch a fish somewhere, don't assume that there's 13 more of them stacked up. Now, if it's a deeper pocket of water, if it's really well oxygenated, if there's a lot of bait fish, if it's colder, you may find more fish there. But this is a really shallow pocket of water. I've made a whole ton of casts. It's possible that, I mean, these fish are just not stacked up right here. They might be further out. Oh, that's cool. Just looking down on the ground here. Oh, see, guys, you guys love to think I fake these videos. Like, people are not literally just throwing a whole bandito bug on the floor. That's a June bug bandito bug. Looks like it's been Texas rigged by something really small. Yeah, see, split. But yeah, that's a whole bandito bug right there. Could literally just cut, trim him, thread him on a jig. Oh my gosh, bro, what the heck? Yo, there's a ripped up Senko too. All in the same clip. That is funny stuff, guys. I mean, I'll take these and remelt them, if anything. I think the reason I'm finding this stuff is because it's starting to shallow out here on the bank, so all this stuff is just really starting to show up. All right, I'm gonna fish my way back. I'm not gonna lie to you guys though, I really love fishing a spinning rod. As many bait casters as I have, I think I've caught more fish on a spinning rod, and it's just a lot of fun fighting fish on a spinning rod. Like, fighting fish on a bait caster is not even really a thing half the time. If they're small enough, you ski them in, and if they're huge, then it's typically, I mean, that can be fun obviously, but fighting a big fish is always fun. No way, again, bro. Is the camera rolling? Yes. Another lure. Dude, this one's actually like rigged up too. It's got a whole hook in him. What is this? Gosh dang, bro. Who was fishing this, and why did you rig it like this? Oh my golly goodness. The hook is like melted. I don't even know which way to go out with the hook. This looks like something Sixth Sense created, or like Crush City or something, but it feels very Sixth Sense-y. The color pattern just kind of gives it away. Okay, that ain't the way to go. That's the way. What is this? It looks like one of them Crush City Mayor baits or something like that. I don't know, all these new companies are making this kind of a swim bait. Really, it's just a paddle tail fluke, but I don't know what I would use this guy for. I'd probably just melt him down. Really cool looking color though. That's 3 soft plastics and a thick EWG. Boy, that thing is too thick. He's probably fishing it with mono too, so that's the problem, guys. You got to go with a thinner wire hook. Bro's out here throwing something for braid. This is insane though. I'm finding so much stuff because it's just drying out all along the bank, and I'm just kind of keeping my eyes peeled for them. Well, I'm gonna fish my way back and keep my eyes peeled for baits.